thank you for coming out tonight. The grand finale of our all-day event, ribbon cutting, 4 brand new schools, which is pretty impressive. Obviously, we saved the biggest for last. This new junior school behind me is double the square footage of the one we're about to bulldoze next door, which should happen in the next 2 weeks, actually. So it's going to be a lot of green space over on that corner, and then when you pull over to this side through the roundabout, you'll see a pretty impressive building. So brand new junior high going in, $100 million in school construction wrapping up with 4 brand new buildings, 3 new elementaries and a new middle school. So today we're here to say a lot of thank yous. Go ahead. A mammoth endeavor, no doubt, involves so many folks. We're going to thank a lot of those people today. So as I said earlier, the previous couple times, when the drones come, you know you're big time. We are big time. So, yes, please stand for the presentation of the colors and national anthem. March. Squad. Halt. Left face. Present. Arms. Please be seated. For the 10 people sitting. It is. Today we celebrate a dream becoming a reality. We celebrate a tremendous feat brought about by the hard work of many. First, I would like to thank our school board, President Jeff Biddle, Vice President Mike King, Board Member Tricia Evanson, Board Member Susan Robards, and Board Member Rob Keefe. We'd also like to thank 2 past board members who are here this evening, Ms. Linda Peak and Mr. Walter Shunk. Next, I would like to thank our admin team who were involved in this process from start to finish. Please hold your applause till the end. Treasurer Thomas Lowe, Assistant Superintendent Corinne Hayes, Director of Operations Adam Lobeck, Pupil Services Director Kirsten Rogers, Communications Director Mike Morris, Maintenance Director Gary Davis, then our building administrators Mr. Christian Tracy, Brandon McBee, Chris Niehaus, Mark Mivers, Jackie Gill, Mia Neckel, Dave Kelly, Ron Mangus, Dan Rouster, Joanna Gotti, and Nick Roth. Thank you very much. A special thank you to our partners in this journey, those that both help fund, design, and build what we have here today. From the OFCC, Mr. Nathan Jones and Ms. Barb Matei Smith. On the design side, for SHP, Jeffrey Sackenheim, Jerry Durr, Brandy Asher, Abby Anastasio, Dan Benfeld, Jerry Clark, Jim Messner, Jordan Hibner, Ron Cobb, and Todd Thackeray. On the construction side, first from Skanska, Peter Becker, Dave McGee, Chase Eggers, Jake McKinney, James Gort, Trey Stoutberg, and Matt Thompson. From Megan, Evans Wonkwo, Obi Wonkwo, Eric Morton, and Stacy Beck. This process dates back nearly 5 full years, with 2 levy attempts that fell short in November of 2015 and August of 16. Much work was done between August of 16 and the levy passage in November of 2017, with much of that work being a result of the folks here today. Thank you to the following teams that stepped up and stepped in to lead the effort in getting us to the finish line. First, we have the Community Advisory Team, Ed Visioning Team, Design Development Team, Playground Donor Team, School Naming Committee, which helped out with Miami Whitewater Elementary, the Pride Wall Committee, which when you take a tour of the building here in a little bit, you will see the Pride Wall panels near the main office. Please go through those, they're pretty impressive. It shows the history of Harrison Junior School from back in the day when it was a high school all the way through now. And that history is rich. I'd also like to thank our awesome junior school teachers and support staff, many of whom are here today and have been extremely flexible throughout last spring and this summer to get ready for this school year. Let's give them all a round of applause. I also want to thank our band, our cheerleaders, our JROTC, Color Guard, and a cappella for being here today to set the stage for an awesome celebration. These folks were troopers all day long. This morning, it was hot. Then it rained. Now it's beautiful. So life is good. But they were here full uniform throughout the day to make today's event that much more special. So thank you all. I also want to thank the Harrison Police and Chief Lindsay, as well as the Harrison Fire Department and Chief Hersong for protecting the safety of our students and staff day in and day out, as well as those in the community. Thank you, folks. We also appreciate the support of our State Representative, Ms. Cindy Abrams, who will be speaking a little bit, but thank you for coming out this evening. For the last 48 months, we've planned, designed, planned some more, and revised our designs to get the $100 million in new schools that you see here today. The journey was long and arduous at times, but so worth it in the end. Our end goal was to build schools that will serve the students of this community for the next 50-plus years, and we believe that that is the case. Benjamin Franklin once said, "Energy and persistence conquer all things," and those here today embody this spirit. Thank you on behalf of the over 4,300 students that will be walking the halls of our new or renovated schools this fall, and for the over 225,000 students that will learn in our facilities over the next 50 years. It's important we remember that it's the people, not the physical structures, that makes us who we are. In closing, thank you for leaving a legacy and building into the future leaders of our community in this great country. Thank you. Next up, Board President Jeff Biddle.
Well, I'd like to thank you all for coming out this afternoon. I've seen some of these faces at the other ribbon cuttings earlier in the day. It's great to have you here for this wonderful occasion. You know, the junior school is the place where everything starts coming together in children's education in this school district. It wasn't that many years ago that we actually started a junior school. Back in the late 60s, up until then, kids went grades K through 8 at their home school, whatever that might be. It might have been Miamitown, might have been Harrison, Crosby, Hooven and E-Town, those places. To make a long story short, in the late 60s, the district built a new high school, which we see over there today, which is the current high school. And that high school, what was the high school, became Harrison Junior School. So in the late 60s, a bunch of scared little seventh graders, I was one of those, was part of the first class at that junior school over there. Now I'll tell you, the facilities weren't the greatest then, and over the years, the leadership and the staff of that school has made it what it is today. We started out with a guy named Andy Frazier. Then we had the dynamic duo of Don Josworth and Walt Westrick. They were followed up by the gentleman who's been speaking up here, Mr. Hamstra. And today we have Mr. Christian Tracy. All great leaders, all people who want to see their kids do the very best. And that's what's happening here with Harrison Junior School. This is where it all comes together. This is where they kind of start, if you want to say, the final run of the race in their elementary, high school education. And with that, the facilities just weren't suitable at all. Thanks to you, the people of this community, we have a wonderful new building here. I mean, we didn't just get a Cadillac, we got a Porsche, Maserati, I don't care what you say, we got them all in this building right here. And because of that, folks, the children that attend this school, they're going to be ready for the 21st century. The staff has the tools, the administration has the tools, that's going to make their education just outstanding in the next 21st century. So I thank you for all for coming today. Enjoy it in a little bit when we take the tours. And at this point, I'd like to introduce the Harrison High School Choir, and those of you seated, if you would please rise, for the Harrison High School Alma Mater.
Thank you very much. Next up, Ohio State Rep. is Cindy Abrams.
Thank you. I'm excited to be here to celebrate the grand opening of Harrison Junior School and the other 3 new buildings in the Southwest Local School District. Ohio prioritizes public education, and I am proud, so proud of this district for being an example of that priority. These schools have been described as facilities of the future. It is important that we invest in our children today and also prepare for the generations to come. I would like to present this district, the commendation, as a way to honor past, present, and future leaders, staff, and students who have and will walk through these doors and make an impact in our fantastic community and our great state. So, on behalf of the members of the Ohio House of Representatives 134th General Assembly, we are pleased to pay tribute to the Southwest Local School District on the grand opening and ribbon cutting for its new buildings on August 1st, 2021. Congratulations are certainly in order, and understandably, the opening of 4 new schools has generated considerable excitement. Great care and considerable resources have been invested in these facilities, and the addition of Crosby, Harrison, and Miami Whitewater Elementary Schools and Harrison Junior School to the Southwest Local District is certain to enhance an already superb learning environment. Indeed, the completion of this expansion project is a justifiable source of pride and an excellent reflection not only on the district itself, but also on its administrators, faculty, staff, and students, and on this entire community. All those involved with the development of these new schools have applied vision and expertise to effectively meet the growing needs of Southwest Local School District, and they have convincingly demonstrated how very much can be accomplished by a group of conscientious people with clear objectives and firm resolve. Clearly, their efforts have expanded the opportunities available to area students, and we applaud their tremendous work. Thus, with sincere pleasure, we commend the Southwest Local School District on the grand opening and ribbon cutting of its new schools and extend best wishes for the future. And it is signed by our Ohio House Speaker, Bob Cupp, and myself.
Good afternoon. Big day today here at Harrison Junior School. Today we celebrate the grand opening that has taken years and years to process, and we stood on the shoulders of many others who have come here before, our teachers and students and alumni that have been a part of it. Thank you for being a supporter of public schools being here. They're the backbone to our society, they're the backbone to our economy, and they're the backbone to the leaders of today and tomorrow. So thank you for being a supporter of public education. There's a lot of people to thank today. Thank you to Mr. Hamstra and our district leadership, Skanska Megan, SHP, our school board members past and present, superintendents past and present, who have all been part of this amazing process. 3 years ago, I met a man named Jake McKinney, who was the construction superintendent on this project. And I said, Jake, what was the last building you worked on? He said, Rupp Arena. And I nodded. I said, great. I said, let me tell you what the most important building you're going to build in your career. It's this one. And from that day forward, every time we had a meeting, every day I had a phone call with him, every interaction ended with, what's the most important building you'll ever build in your career? And he would always say this one. And then he started going to subcontractors. I'd come over and he'd take me on a tour, or I would sneak in the building when we weren't supposed to. Sorry, Chief Herzog and Chief Lindsay for that. But I'd sneak in and I'd see him interact with painters and bricklayers and masons and tradesmen and tradeswomen. And I'd look at him and I'd hear him say, this is the most important building you're ever going to build. And he's right. So to those people here that supported us in this process, we can't thank you enough. I do want to say a special thank you to a few people that have been a tremendous part of this. And as we were involved in this project, really stepped up behind the scenes and took care of us. The teachers of Southwest Local School District and the teachers of Harrison Junior School, support staff, Leslie Fetty, Jackie Gill, Brandon McBee, Dan Rouster. I can go down the line of people who have done an amazing job, and that is echoed from parents just like the ones standing here. You think about how close this levy was. There's more people here today than the difference in that levy campaign. So if you guys chose to stay home, we wanted to be here. So I want to thank you guys too. As the old Harrison Junior School goes down, I get people sending me pictures saying, are you sad? And I say, well, I'm nostalgic about it. But have you seen this new building? It's amazing. And I have great memories and respect the history of that building. I respect Mr. Biddle telling us stories about John C. Hicks every year and some of the shenanigans. John L. Hicks, excuse me. John C. Hamstra.
Good cover.
Thank you. And I hear those stories, and I watch my daughters grow up in that building. I watch my wife work with me throughout at evening events. I've watched our kids and community leaders and so many people here grow up. And am I sad about it going down? I'm an emotional cat, but I'm not sad about that going down. I am so proud of this new school. And the best parts are coming with us. That's the kids and the staff. That's coming with us, and that's what makes up an amazing school. So know that it's going to be an amazing experience for your children as you go through, and we will be a proud steward to this community and make sure that we take care of it and make this community proud with it. Finally, I'd like to thank my family, who gave up a lot of my time and allowed me to be here and be a part of it. And I'm so grateful for them. They're standing there, so I'm going to look there. But I'm so grateful that they value and instilled education in me and know that that's what makes great leaders and stand within this. So at this time, I'd like to welcome our students who are going to be come up and cutting the ribbon. They would come forward at this time. That's Connor Niehaus, Avery Dennis, Caitlin Tracy, Audrey Tracy, Jonathan Rudolph, Miss Holbert, sneaking by me, and any other students. Feel free to take a picture. And Ava McKendrick. Can't forget about Ava. I'm nervous, Ava, forgive me. We ready?
All right, here we go. 1, 2. 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Harrison Junior School. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, come on in, take a tour, grab a coaster on the way as a gift from us to you to say thank you. Look for our students. They'll be your tour guides and help you through, and welcome to Harrison Junior School.